Hello, dear students. Today we are going to discuss with you in our reading and writing class, Reading Online. Before starting our today's class, I am going to give the following pre-reading questions. They are, which statements describe the game of tennis? Which describe the bowling? You should write T for the tennis or B for the bowling. I'll repeat the question. Which statements describe the game of tennis or which describe for the bowling? You should write T for the tennis. You should write B for the bowling. So the questions. To play, you need the ball and 10 pins. So what is it? In the play, you have to be the ball and 10 pins. What kind of game is it? If it is T, if it is tennis, you will write T. If it is bowling, you will write B. The next question. For this game, you need a ball, a racket, and a net. What is it? For this game, you need a ball, racket, and net. So what is it? This is, you're right. If it is tennis, write place T. If it is bowling, write place B. The next, players hit the bat back and force each other. Players hit the bat back and force to each other. What is it? It is, again, you're right. If it is tennis, please write T. If it is bowling, please write B. And if you miss the ball, your opponent get a point. What is it? If you miss ball, your opponent get a point. If it is tennis, please write T. If it is bowling, please write B. Have you finished? Let's start today's class then. What else do you know about tennis and bowling? What else? Anything you know about tennis or bowling, please, you're welcome to share your opinion. No need to afraid, no need to shy, no need to escape from the others. Please share your opinion about what do you know about anything else. Anything else you should say about the tennis and bowling. Is it clear? Good. Now, look at the title of the article. Conversational Ball Games. Conversational Ball Games. What is it? By Nancy Masterson Sakamoto, based on the title. What do you think the article is about? Now, the first side, you only read the title of the article, Conversational Ball Games. What can you imagine about the article? It's about. What is about that article? Still thinking? Okay. Who is the author and what is the author's nationality? Nancy Masterson Sakamoto. Until the Sakamoto, it's good to like an English writer, but we have Sakamoto surname. It made us think about it. Yes? Okay. And what is the topic of the article? Topic. So we have a title, we have an author, and what is the topic of the article? You know about it? Good. Still, you are good to share your opinions. You're welcome to share your opinions. Okay? Now, let's turn the next slide. This is the article picture. Now, let's read the article and see whether your guessing were right. Whether you're guessing right. Now, we guess about the topic of the article, the nationality of the article authors, and what is about our article. Now you're welcome to read it again. We will discuss while you're reading. While you're reading, you have to pay attention. The authors of the article makes two statements below. They are Western style conversation between two people is like a game of tennis. Western style conversation between two people is like a game of tennis. Why? And you will answer to this question. And the second question is, Japanese style conversation is like a bowling. Why? You will answer for this question too. I will repeat two statements which author of the article gave us. The first one is, Western style of the conversation between two people is like a game of tennis. And Japanese style of conversation is like a bowling. Is why? This is a statement also. Okay? The next, as you read the article, underline any example she gives to support these statements. Is it clear? Good. Let's start. There is an article. There is a special words come to halt, stop, handling the conversation, participating in the conversation, introduce a topic, begin talking about something, and elaboration detail, and return the ball to me. Allow to meet, continue the conversation. Is it clear? Okay, good. And still we have bounce, hit the ground and up to game, give your turn, give you chance to play. A relative stranger. What does it mean? Relative stranger. A comparative stranger is someone you do not know very well. It is relative stranger. And murmuring encouragement, giving encouragement in a soft voice, like murmuring. Registers, writes down an official form, no scramble, no competition, no fighting. And no wonder it's not surprising. And there is a special information about our author. American Nancy Sakamoto wrote conversation board games while she was teaching English in Japan. She wrote about other experience and cross-cultural observation of her life in Japan in a book called Polite Fictions. Why Japanese and Americans seem rude to each other. Why Japanese and Americans seem rude to each other. She is not going to say why Japanese seem too rude, why Americans. They both seem rude to each other. While you read the text, you will get the answer for this question too. Is it clear? Good. Now, we have a multiple choice activity according to our reading task, reading passage. For each item below, you should circle the answer that best completes that statement. The main idea of this article is that A, people converse differently in Japan than in West. If B, it's important to take part in conversation. C, it's difficult to have a conversation with someone from another country. And D, it's rude to interrupt someone who is speaking. The next question. The author makes all of the following arguments except A, Japanese style conversation are like bowling. Western style conversation are like tennis or volleyball. C, in Japanese style conversation, you must wait your turn to speak. Western style conversation are longer than Japanese style conversations. Question third. In line 47, the word alley probably means in bowling. What is it? A, the place where you register your source. Is it? Maybe. B, the place where players sit. Is it? Maybe. C, something you wear. Is it? Maybe. D, the place where you roll the ball. Is it? Still, we do not know. Check your readings and circle the right answer. And the fourth, you can infer from this article that author. What is inferring? If you remember, we talked about inferring, yes, in our previous classes. Now, from that experience, you should infer from this article that what is the author about. A, was born in Japan. B, has always lived in Japan. C, is a teacher. D, no longer lives in Japan. I'll repeat. You can infer from this article that the author was born in Japan, has always lived in Japan, is a teacher, no longer lives in Japan. If you have a right answer, please circle it. And the fifth, the author's purpose in writing this article was not to instruct, was not to entertain, was not to persuade, was not to criticize. The author's purpose is in writing this article was not to instruct, was not to entertain, was not to persuade, was not to criticize. If you have a right answer, please circle it. And question number 6, the overall tone of article is serious and academic. B, informative and personal. C, humorous and unbelievable. D, thoughtful and sad. Do you have still the right answer? You're welcome to circle it. And what are the characteristics of Western style conversation and Japanese style conversation? I'll repeat the question. What are the characteristics of Western style conversation and the Japanese style conversation? List the ideas from the article in the chart below. We have a chart here. Western, you will write here, and Japanese, you will write in this place. And we have post-reading questions, which you can answer after reading the passage. They are, when you are having conversation with a friend, it's more like Western style conversation or Japanese style conversation, and why? Repeat the question. When you are having conversation with your friend, is it more like the Western conversation or Japanese style? What do you think and why? The next, what is the author's attitude toward Western and Japanese style conversation? What is the author's attitude toward Western and Japanese style conversations? Does she think one style is better than the other? And what do you think? What does she think on one style is better than the other? And what you think about it? Please share your opinion with me. You're welcome to share on Telegram group, Telegram channel, or in Moodle platform. If you have not any question, I'm going to finish today's class. You're welcome to share opinions. You're welcome to ask any questions from me according to this topic. If you have no any questions, our today's lesson is over. Goodbye.